What's going on, everyone? Superstar Steve here again for another episode of One Take Live, the show where I talk about things that interest me, hopefully interest you, put it to some gameplay, put it on YouTube, and there we go. Entertainment for the world to see. So today, I've got for you some Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. A little bit angry this morning. It's Saturday morning here. It's 9:30 in the morning here, actually. A little bit angry because I got onto Call of Duty this morning, Modern Warfare Remastered. Found out that they'd actually released a new map pack DLC. It's probably been out for a while, actually. But they also released a free, it's called Daybreak or something like that. And it's basically Downpour, but it's been remastered, or the settings have been changed so that it's sunny, and the colors have all been updated, and it looks really, really, really beautiful. So I plan to get on there this morning, get some gameplay for you, upload that, and then have a chat to you while that's playing in the background so you can see how beautiful and vibrant the map is. Got on there, did that, got the gameplay, saved it all, transferring to USB off the PlayStation, and for some reason it corrupts the file. I don't know why. I can watch it on the PlayStation, but I can't watch it on computer. So, a little bit angry I didn't get that gameplay there for you. It was alright, it wasn't great. But it was more so to show you what the colours are. You've probably already seen it already before. But yeah, just wanted to have that gameplay there because it's something new. I played some Domination on it. Used a bit of every gun. Did alright. Anyway, carrying on. The map looks beautiful. I really like it. I really don't like bland, greyish type maps. It's just really sort of depressing to play a map with that sort of colour scheme. So this one with bright, new, vibrant colours was really, really, really nice. Yeah, so anyway, I guess we can move on from that. Today's YouTube video, one thing I should let you know before this, is the podcast series One Take Live is up and running. It's going really well. I've had some good feedback from people about the content that I produced. I think the goal is to release one YouTube video and one podcast every week through to the end of the year, with the podcasts predominantly being about WWE and wrestling, breaking down matches, pay-per-views, Raw, SmackDown, all that type of good stuff. As it comes along, there are a couple of little technical glitches I've got to get around, which I think I might have spent a little bit of money doing, but that's alright. I'll cross that border when it comes to it. I'm really enjoying doing the podcast series, so if you want to check that out, search it on the iTunes store or through whatever Google podcast app that you have. It should come up. I've tested it on both, works on both. It's called One Take Live, Superstar Steve 1. Check it out. I'm sure you'll like it. If you like wrestling, you should like it. Yeah, that's that. So, today's video is all about Call of Duty. In particular, the upcoming Call of Duty. Well, I guess it's not upcoming. We've still got 6 months before it comes out. More than 6 months. We've got about 8 months. Gosh, we've got so long before it comes out. I don't know why I thought 6. Yeah, but it's a little bit depressing. I mean, if it's only been out 4 months and Modern Warfare Remastered for me is getting a little bit stale. I'm not enjoying it as much as I once was. It's probably because I'm very familiar with the maps and the guns now, so it's getting a little bit stale. Some of the weapons and stuff they're bringing in also a little bit stale. They have implemented a couple of things which I don't like, in particular pay-to-win items. So basically you pay money, you get your supply drops, and in the supply drops they have various weapons which you can only unlock through supply drops. These weapons happen to be better than the ones you start the game with, which gives an unfair advantage to anyone that spends the money to get the supply drops, unless you get them unless you get them rather luckily. So that's one thing I don't like that I've implemented in Modern Warfare Remastered. I actually had the thought of today. I haven't actually gone and played Infinite Warfare. I think I played about 4 games when it very first came out, and that was enough for me. I went straight to Modern Warfare Remastered. So I'm thinking today, I've got a bit of a free day on my hands. I might get into some Infinite Warfare, break it out, try it again, see how it really goes. Not too happy with the game last time I played it. Everything's overpowered, everything's jumping around the map. It's not a war type game anymore. It's a futuristic gun game. So yeah, jumping back onto the Call of Duty, upcoming Call of Duty in, I guess, 8 months' time. Wanted to share a little bit of my thoughts about what they need to do and what they don't need to do for the upcoming title. I did do some reading online a little while ago about what it could possibly be. I heard it could possibly be about some sort of war in Thailand, going back to old school type COD. Now here's the issue with COD. When it was first brought out, people of my generation were anywhere from, I guess, 8 to 15 years old. That was the peak growth time of Call of Duty. All those players who are now old enough to buy Call of Duty with their own money and support the franchise have been disregarded in what they like, and the game is solely catered for the new younger generation who have only seen this flying around the map bullshit Call of Duty that they have. To me, that's wrong. You've got a customer base which are going to be the bulk of what you want. They're going to be the one doing the YouTube reviews. They're going to be one writing the newspaper articles about the Call of Duty. You want to impress them. Impress them. You'll impress everyone because you'll only have good feedback on the game. The younger generation who get the game from mum and dad's presents, they're not your core fans. And I tend to think that's probably why the game has failed so much. You've forgotten what you're about. You've forgotten who your target audience is. The game's rated MA. So, I mean, technically people under 15 shouldn't even be playing the game. So why are you catering the game to them? I don't get it. So what do I want in the next Call of Duty? Number one, if your game does not have this, I will not buy the game. And I've bought the game for how many years since I can remember. You must have boots to ground. You cannot have jetpacks. You cannot have double jumps. Sliding, I'll let it slide, for lack of a better term. Excuse the pun. Sliding, okay, I see it. It's there. Jetpacks, flying around the map, boosting, no go. Don't do it. 3 years in a row. 3 years in a row you've been crucified on all types of social media and review schemes. We don't want it. We don't need it. It's not what the game's about. If you want to release a futuristic crap flyer in the map game, go do that somewhere else. This is Call of Duty. Call of Duty is about real-time warfare. Previous years of war brought into current day schemes so that we can play in that time zone. It's not called Future Duty or some Space Wars or whatever you got. So, I don't want to see it. Boots to ground. Number 2, ranking system. I was listening to Nadeshot this week. Check out Nadeshot on YouTube, everyone. He's a really great YouTuber. I like his vlog series at the moment, so check that out if you can. You've got to have a ranking system. I do believe he pointed that out. That was a really good assessment. I want to know where I am in comparison to everyone else. I don't just want to know where I am in front of all my friends. I'd like to see a ranking system more, I guess, built into the game so that you're always updated on where you are, rather than just leveling up. Yes, unlocking weapons with experience or what have you is a way to do it. But to me, if you have everything unlocked, it just means you haven't prestiged or you've spent a lot of time on the game. Number 3, don't have overpowered weapons. Last time I played Infinite Warfare, everything was overpowered. Everything was killed you within 2 shots. Everything was super fast. Shooting. I want to see variants in the different types of guns. Sniper rifles, obviously, don't fire as fast, but they do more damage. Pistols fire really fast, don't do much damage. Assault rifles, really good at medium distance. Submachine guns are really good at close distance because they fire a lot, but they don't have a lot of damage. So I want to see that more so. If you go back in a couple of Call of Duties, you can really see that effect, but in the newer type ones, not so much. You shouldn't release weapons that you can only get through paying to get them, and if you do, those weapons should not be more powerful than the ones you have in the game already. It just gives an unfair advantage to the other players of the game that may not have that money to spend or may not want to spend that money on the game. You've already ripped us off for $150 for this copy of Modern Warfare Remastered / Infinite Warfare this year. I don't see why we should have to pay more just to get more guns. Something that shouldn't happen. Number 3, now, you've overcomplicated the game so much, it's ridiculous. You cannot have special abilities, and your character can do this, and they can do that, and you got this add-on, and these things. Go back to simple. Call of Duty was a simple game. You had a gun, you had a couple of other things, claymores and grenades and stun things, and you had a secondary weapon. That's all you need. You don't need all this other bullshit. Keep it simple. I suppose they've gone to this extra weapon thing because it's the future and you can do all this different stuff in the future, but I really hope we're stepping back in time to a previous era, and that means you're stuck with these weapons. They're not so overloaded that you can basically pull anything out of your ass in a gunfight. You've got to go back to simplicity. That was how Call of Duty got his fans. It was a gun game. You run around, you shoot someone, that's it. You're the best player on the team. You get some kill streaks. Keep it simple. That's all you need to do. That's what Call of Duty's about. It's not some sort of crazy, intense gun battle game. Next one. Slow the game down. This flying around the map has sped the game up so much that it's ridiculous. It's not a true Call of Duty anymore. You've got to slow the game down. The only way to do that I could see is by keeping it boots to ground. That simplifies it, makes it easier for movements around the map. It's just what you need to do. Next thing, score streaks. You need to have, or kill streaks. You need to have good kill streaks, but you don't want them so overpowered. Go back to some simpler ones. Cut some out. You don't need 10,000 kill streaks. Get some easy ones, some ones that work, some favorites. Maybe add a couple of new ones in just to vary it up a little bit, but nothing too crazy. I mean, if you're going back in time to a previous era, you've got to use weapons that they had back then, not newer ones. So how they do that, I'm looking forward to it. I hope they really do go back to the type of warfare that they did have back then, the type of abilities they did have back then, but once again, only time will tell. I could go on for hours, to be honest. It's really riled me up how bad the game has gotten, and I really want to see it get back on track and get back to its core values, win back its core fans, and be the top game that's on the market today. Because for me, that hasn't happened. So that's all I got time for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the gameplay. Hope you enjoyed what I had to say. Hope you agree with it. Leave me some feedback if you want. Reach out to me at SuperstarSteve1. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.